Hey, folks, Jim Horton, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, coming to you live from the recording studios on the 97th floor of our beautiful offices high above downtown Columbia, Missouri. Welcome to October 2020 edition of Show Me the Market, where I will go through and talk about a number of statistics and a couple of different splits across the real estate market in Boone County and Columbia, Missouri. Just a quick note, I do realize there are degrees of sophistication when it comes to real estate. Some of the terms that I'm going to use rely on a little bit of sophistication and understanding of how some of these different statistics are put together. If you do not know, please take heart. I will run through and do a series of videos starting 12:45 Monday, which is going to be tomorrow. And I will do that at 12:45 every Monday afternoon. So you can go out and get lunch and come back, and I guess makes me dessert. And what we'll do is I'll go through and I will talk about what those statistics are, how they're created, why you care, and how you can take advantage of them. So anyway, so let's get on with the show. So starting out, this is a look across the entire real estate market for Boone County and the city of Columbia. And as you can see, the market is very strong on the seller side and continues to be strong and trending in that direction. Average days on market of 32, that's a pretty solid number if you're a seller, as well as that 98.9% sale to list ratio. So pretty much the sellers are getting what they're asking for homes that are being put out into this market. But as we all know, location. What if we strip out the city and we only just look at the county itself? Days on market jumps up to 43. I say jump, it's still a pretty solid number in terms of a seller's market. And look at that sale to list ratio of 98.3. I'm sorry, I'm realizing that's 98.8. Put on your readers, Jimmy. So what we've also got there is months of inventory at 1.63. This is still a strong seller's market out into the county. Let's drop into the city. And you can see some of those numbers improve a little bit. 27 for average days on market, 1.42 for the monthly or for the months of inventory, and look at that sale to list ratio of 99%. This is a strong market. There's no low balls that are going to be entertained in this market. So let's take the city of Columbia and let's split it up into two different pieces. First look here is going to be homes for over $300,000 within our market. And if you'll notice, the days on market jumped up to 55, months of inventory 2.13, but we're still sitting strong at that 98.3 sale to list. This doesn't necessarily mean that this market is bad. There's just not as many people that are able to afford homes over 300 as there are homes under 300, so there's not as much competition. Those homes will sit on the market just a little bit longer, but as you can see, the folks that are selling them, they're still getting good money back for versus what they're asking for them. Here's the meat. Here's the big one. Look at that. These are for homes in the city of Columbia under $300,000. That days on market 14. If you do not have your proof of funds in your hand, if you don't have everything, every I dotted, T crossed when you go to make this offer in terms of the strength of the offer that you're going to make to a seller, if you're coming in as a buyer, it's I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. You're not going to walk away with that house. There's no contingency on financing. There's lots of contingencies that are even being left off the table, just so that people can get some of these houses. Maybe think of something creative to do in an offer that might set yours apart versus others. I don't know, maybe offer to pay for a day of a moving van. And that might just be the one little thing that puts your offer over and ahead of everybody else. I realize that graphs are a little hard to consume sometime, and I think next time I do this, I'm going to have to reformat this particular chart. But what I'm trying to do is put something out there that shows you one simple look of all of these different things compared to one another as you walk down through the different slices of our area. But it is a very strong seller's market right now. It is continuing to trend in that way. I don't see anything turning that back around anytime soon. Sellers, maybe start thinking about the springtime. Let's get those houses cleaned up, get them out and on the market. JimHorton.com is a great place to go. But these statistics, if your agent isn't talking to you about these kinds of things in terms of if you're a seller, what kind of offer you might be able to take, or if you're going out to buy, how you might be able to structure your market, or they say they're too difficult to put them together. I'm just going to refer you back to JimHorton.com and drop me a note. If you have any suggestions, thoughts, as far as some of the information that's been prepared here, drop me a line. Be happy to talk to you about them. Again, thanks for coming to Show Me the Market. We'll be going through talking in a little bit more detail about what some of these statistics mean over the next month before we hit our next update. And until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.